Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dr. Sakura's Case Files. Today, we will look once again in the topic of hand cancer and how to put your hand cancer to work. So as we've covered last time, hand cancer is a very serious illness that develops in your hand, and if left untreated, hand cancer travels to the brain and gives the patient massive brain damage. So how do we know if someone has hand cancer if they wear gloves all the time? Very simple. All you need to do is copy their face and paste them on someone else and the truth is revealed. For example, this Ike doesn't have hand cancer. He's a hopeful youth who values bonds and friendship above all else. He will gladly fight and die for his friends. This Nino is a deep and provocative thinker who questions important and valuable topics, such as, why do men have nipples? This Elincia suffers from significant brain damage. Her hobbies include fondling broken light bulbs and breaking into people's homes to drink out of their toilet bowls. Now that you know the difference, let us discuss the problems with hand cancer. You see, one of the major problems with developing hand cancer is the double weakness gained as being dragon and armor lowers your immune system considerably. For example, despite his very high defenses, Falchion users will make a nice clean cut down the middle and turn Robin into half the man he used to be. Even Al Caeda, with her lowly wet noodle attack, would now tear Grima a new one, thanks to her winged sword special ability to work as can opener. His resistance isn't exactly that high either, so he also has to be careful around red mages, especially the one wearing the large red hats with the cool little feathers attached to them. So, because of this tendency to just get randomly one-shotted, Vengeful Fighter isn't the end-all, I feel, for Grima. Grima needs to develop new techniques if he is to defeat Falchion and assert his dominance. To this end, Grima went to a local farm and trained under LORD GENNY, the 6 Paths of Pain Plus, as her apprentice. Grima was a great student, and has learned much in the ways of Savage Vantage. And now, today, I will show you all a most deplorable build. GOD GRIMA! No, not named because of any reverence to Grima, it's really just because I made a character named GOD GRIMA, who is a particularly overpowered old lady that kicks everyone else's asses in Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. Brain damage name aside, he really does move about as fast as a grandma, so he needs to get a professional wheelchair, like another armor to perform armor boosts, or have someone punt him across the map with smite or reposition or something. So how does GOD GRIMA work? Well, as most of you know, Robin has 40 attack with a super boon in attack. He also has a 16 damage pref weapon. Because of this, he now has the highest attack in the game. To further add to all this, he's a dragon-type Pokemon. So not only is he immune to Sakei's blessing, he is also able to target the weak spots of ranged units. Therefore, any City Mongolian Lin who dares to attack GOD GRIMA will be reduced to City Mongolian beef. Now, as you may have seen before from my previous Jenny Savage Vantage video, Jenny takes full advantage of her exceedingly high attack along with Pain Plus to annihilate entire groups of enemies by sucker punching them to death. Unfortunately for Jenny though, she has to sacrifice an A slot for this to happen. But not so for dear old Grima, who has DC built into his weapon. As a result, he gets to run what I believe is the strongest A slot for a set such as this. Brazen Attack Dev, or Brazen Attack Speed. As long as the attack is boosted by 7, it's gold. Fierce Stance also works with Vantage, and if you're really strapped for fathers, I mean, even Fury or Attack plus 3 are decent choices. So, with this setup, GOD GRIMA can literally one-shot Falchion users even before the double Savage is inflicted. Anyway, Brazen works best thanks to the sharp stat increase along with its requirement that works nicely with Vantage. God Grima gains a massive attack increase to really ruin somebody's day. As you can see here, his attack at plus 10 with plus attack IVs would then become 79 attack after a 6 attack increase from either Attack Tactics or Hone Dragon or Philadelphia. That being said, Delphia is probably Grima's best partner in all of this because she also gives out drive attack on top of her dark aura, boosting this number to a dreaded 82. Meanwhile, her color being blue helps Grima eliminate communist enemies on the map, things that might one-shot Grima before he gets his engine started. So yeah, Delphia is amazing. She's the best character in the game and is responsible for turning Lachesis into a lolly, but that's story for another time. Now, since God Grima is a horrible person and runs double Savage, his opponent ends up actually taking 96 damage. But wait, that's not all. If you end up buffing them with a res ploy, then that's 101 damage! But wait, that's not all! He can receive a blessing from Super Magic Ike and reach 103 damage before any skill activation, buffs from other teammates, and etc. As you can see, this is not particularly hard to set up. Even at plus 0, Grima can pull off 92 damage at the bare minimum setup, so allowing him to destroy pretty much just about anything, with the exception of maybe tanky red units with buffs. Glimmer is what I will use with this build due to its fast activation, although Draconic Aura might be a better idea. If that activates, even the tankiest reds will die to God Grima! Of course, Grima is pretty fat and slow, so what we need to do is get Delphia to pick old Grima up and reposition him towards his target. Since he only gets to move one space, he would still be within range of her drive attack, to which he would attack someone, get smacked, and most likely live because of his high bulk despite getting doubled, splash a whole bunch of people with double Savage, and then enter the dreaded state of Savage Vantage. Since I haven't bought any illegal orbs and plus 10 my Grima, or even have a single Grima, I have no choice but to show you a demonstration of how Savage Vantage is performed by his master, Lord Genny.
Here I go!
Okay, Burger King will die from this, and then... Let's see, FB will take 15. Oh, yes, that's really sweet. Yes, I'm looking at this, and, well, it appears that massacre we talked about is about to occur. And it'll all start from Burger King. Let's go! Well, it's over. I'm just gonna sit back and watch as Genny slaughter all these people. Raffle sheep noises! That's one down, and then I spill all kinds of paint into the rest of the team. And here you go, you get some. Who's next? Oh, Effie with your Berkut's Lance. Oh yeah, that's gonna help a lot. Ooh, oh. And now they're all eaten by Genny, a violent sheep. So as you can see, Vantage is an exceptionally dangerous tool, especially for teams that are not prepared to deal with such a thing. Compared to his master, Grima cannot continue to pile on AoE true damage after each attack due to Savage Blow only working on the player phase, and also has to deal with red units potentially surviving his attacks, whereas Genny just hits everybody, except, well, I guess Raven Tome users, but those are not that common. In exchange, however, he hits much harder than Genny, and can target weaknesses of range units. He can lay waste to an entire map just as well as his master. Now, you do need to worry about counters before going ham. Luckily, high-res red units are not very common, and neither are Hardy Bearing users, especially Hardy Bearings. This is mainly because Hardy Bearing is solely made to counter Vantage, specifically, and requires sacred coins to level up. Normally, people would prefer a more flexible seal. So because of this opportunity cost attached to Hardy Bearing seal, typically you don't have to worry about it. Still, make sure to study your opponent before going in, as it is not invaluable. Well, that's pretty much it for my God Grima build. May it bring you victory. Thank you all for watching, Until next time.